The difference between tycoons and ordinary people is the amount of effort they put into feeding what's between their two ears. Doesn't this mean that success is tied to the amount of education you receive? But then again, why do people who spend thousands of dollars on education still end up penniless and struggling financially? Does this sound like you? Then what about the other 70% who don't have college degrees? I believe we all agree that the future looks bleak, and living the American dream seems like it'll stay true literally a dream. Yet, despite the hard times, there are people who are able to leave the rat race and become tycoons of their own. One man spent 28 years working as a government defense contractor and did really well only to be laid off when younger, more educated men replaced him. From there, he found a job working in a railroad company and sold real estate part time till he had an accident. But here's the thing, he wasn't insured. Sounds terrible, right? But that's not the end of his story. During his time struggling, he got an epiphany. He knew he had to get educated if he wanted to live the American dream. Yet, getting a degree despite his age doesn't guarantee him work, and paying off student loans would have only made his financial struggles worse. What's the next best thing? Become an apprentice. Work for someone who is already a magnate or doing well, and 3 years later, he's out and mastered the art of flipping houses and living with a wonderful family. Want to see a breakdown of how he did it? Principle number one, he got educated. Feeding your mind may mean the difference between struggling financially and living the American dream, but he did something most people neglect. He fed his mind with the right kind of food, which brings us to principle number two. He took brain food from people who have already been there. He created a mastermind group of people who have already lived the American dream and made millions in real estate ethically. And perhaps the most powerful advice of them all, principle number three. He didn't lie down and blame the banks nor the government for his misfortune. Life is from B to D, birth to death. In between is C, choice. He chose to change his circumstance by getting educated the right way. He took action. Shouldn't you do the same?